Yeah. Or maybe I wall in you at your hill and then get control over the 3 sacred sites. And suddenly we both arrive castle age at the same time, but I have the better gold income.
That's actually a really good point. And that's a super valid reason to wall. Now you're not buying time for a superior army, but for exploiting the superior economy temporarily with those sites. Good point, and we may see that. Looking at the hill that has spawned on both sides, it's not that cool spawn that I recently had against Kasva, where he wrote me 1 minute into the game, he's like, I think the map is bugged. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, we're on the same hill. And it was one hill from the bottom right of the map into the top left, and the walls were on both of our sides. It was like a tunnel, like a metro tunnel towards each other. Yeah. But
it actually generates like that, like 5% of the time.
Really?
Actually banned in our handbook. We called it like players have to spawn on 2 different plateaus.
Okay. I thought it was a lot of fun though. I made my barbican next to his base, but no, this is this is 2 different hills, 3 openings, a significant opening in the front for both players. All the gold for Striker is towards Linak. There's 3 golds, and they're all actually super exposed. Pretty redonkulous. On the other side, we have a gold very safely tucked away for Linak, and then his additional golds are exposed and harassable by... Man, Linak does have far more of the big golds really close to him, but they're further away. I don't know whose spawn I envy more. What do you think?
Feels like, controlling the ramp for Linak just controlled so much of the gold, gets to the secondary 8k pile so much easier. It feels like Striker, if he doesn't have a lot of map control at minute 20, or let's say more like minute 30, and his 16k gold are running out.
Yeah, you're right.
It will be tricky for him.
Yeah. If Striker needs more than how much did you say? 16k gold. He's in trouble. Try to make all your plans on 16k gold plus extras.
Maybe take out the same calculator you did for like the shooting with the...
No, that was by head.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I used the calculator. You heard my keyboard, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I still have a keyboard question.
Yeah.
But I will ask that. I ask you in person.
Okay. Secret? You don't want other people to benefit from the wealth of my knowledge
like,
about keyboards?
It's only a Warcraft 3 question.
Okay.
And I actually asked you on stream once, but I got a very unsatisfying answer.
Oh no!
Yeah.
As a sub to my channel, I do have to do better there.
I think it was like 4 years ago. I wasn't subbed. I subbed afterwards and hoped for better answers in the future.
Okay.
I didn't dare to ask again.
Did that work?
So maybe...
Oh wow. Well, I wonder how many more like you there are out there that I grievously mistreated. Maybe we can set the record straight and ask your keyword question now, right before it gets interesting here.
Okay, so you know that you use the numpad to use items, right?
Yes.
In Warcraft 3.
Yes.
Why don't you buy a keyboard that has the numpad at the left-hand side of your keyboard?
Because I get them for free.
What do you get them for free?
The keyboards.
No, but just one where you can plug the numpad at the left-hand side.
I know, I had one. I got it for free.
Don't tell me you intentionally play worse?
No, I know what you're saying, but your question was, and I know you like literal interpretation. Your question was, why don't you buy them? And I got them for free because I was sponsored by SteelSeries, and they had a keyboard that had the numpad detachable, so you could put it on the left. That's why I didn't buy it.
Left.
But
you have it at the left.
I had it. And I thought that was a great idea, but my dinosaur brain couldn't adapt to numpad on the left, even though it was so close by. So I kept struggling basically to reach all the way to the right, and I still do that to this day.
Yeah. You're really accurate still, because obviously like years and years of muscle memory.
Yeah.
But I still think you're losing like 50 ms every single time you want to use an item.
Yeah, I think so. But I'm so used to minutely adapting the position of my keyboard via the left chassis side of my keyboard that once I have something else to the left, I get angry at it. I'm like, what are you doing there?
Okay. So I will sit right of you every single time we cast you.
No, my left. Don't sit to my left.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
be
want
as-
to sit right of you.
Yeah, to my left.
You are getting angry?
Oh, you want to?
I want to sit
Oh,
right.
I thought you said
want to
won't.
have you
Won't.
angry.
Yes, want to.
Ah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes. Don't get on my bad keyboard side. But no, I'm easygoing, Nili. Anyway, game is going on. We've got, of course, equal villager count by both. We've got one horseman out by Striker. In production, nothing yet for Lenok. He's making a barracks. He's got an archery range. He's got one archer. Not going with the horseman that I predicted. Striker's doing the expected thing, pumping horseman. In terms of the sanctity upgrade, should be looked at. We have a 145 remaining here for Striker. 145 on the sanctity, and on the other side for Lenok, he is at 125 himself. Was a while ago that we mentioned it for Striker, so pretty even. And Lenok is going with the Trinity of Buildings. He has the option to produce from any of them. Only has the single archer. He's even going to show it, but he's not making anything else as of just yet. But he's got the option to make any military unit.
Okay, so a bit more control for Striker. And the big question is, like, if you finish Sanctity, are all your 3 scholars instantly going out? Do you instantly want to put on pressure? It feels like Striker has enough map control to justify it.
Yeah, I think so. I think those horsemen are the superior choice. Of course, I'm always respectful of what any of the players could potentially be doing. Lenok, he must know what he's doing, right? Like he's planned, he's played this. He's making his own horses and spears. The archer is still alive somehow. And that's the only archer he's made and will be making. He's now fully working on spears and horsemen. On the other side, we've got archers and horsemen from Striker. Mostly horsemen and a couple of spears. I actually think if your horseman ball is big enough, this is a pretty okay matchup to go for. If you have more horses, I think horse and archer is fine. If you've got fewer horses, it doesn't work. So far I like Striker's position. And to answer your question, I'm not answering it. Striker's answering it. He is sending 2 out of his 3 scholars out.
Yeah, interesting move there, certainly. And that will obviously put on some pressure on Lenok. Also an outpost next to the center.
Yep.
So wants to go for the full control. Horseman number looks nice for Striker.
Very nice. He's got those horses a little bit out of position, perhaps. I think he's looking for scholars that maybe would be heading towards the top of the map. Fun fact, no blacksmith for either player finished yet. It is in production for Lenok. Just think for a second what that 150 wood for that archery range could have been. It could have been for Lenok a blacksmith if he squeezed it in, but it would have told a different story. Think of the competitive story it tells when it comes to scouting versus scouting, and that archery range definitely tells a different one. You see an early blacksmith, you're supremely confident about what you can do in a game. So maybe there's some psychological aspect there, but so far Striker's losing this battle hard. He's fighting straight into spears with horsemen. His archers are getting taken down by horsemen, which is why usually I like this horseman spearman army much better. Spears kill horses fast, horses kill archers fast, archers don't kill spears that fast. And that's why I think, yeah, I really thought that Striker was going to do okay with his horseman count, but as it comes down to it, it just didn't look good at all. And now we've got scholars coming in for Lenok, going to 3 different sites already. He's pushing back Striker as well.
Oh man, simply felt like no real spearman there. It's full horseman archer, and it felt like Lenok going for the triple composition, the 1-1-1 like the StarCraft Pro would say.
Yep.
Worked out way better.
1-1-1. Siege tanks, marines, and medevacs, and then just pulling 30 SCVs. That felt like the early Mongols of StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty.
Okay, let's take a look. Sacred Side at the top. 2 wolves trying to kill the scholar, but he sits at 130 HP, so might actually soldier through there.
Yep. He's capturing the site. Horsemen coming in to deal with the wolves. The Nili wolves have started in the middle as well to buy time for that Sacred Site capture point.
So lots of wild predictions, and they're kind of like from what we thought how this game would look like, and they gave us a wild mix of it with the strategy choices, with how many wards they're going for. Right now it feels Lenok not really queuing up any archers, so at least you were right with that one. Feels like the wrong unit. On the other side, no real production either. Feels a bit weird.
Yeah,
Not much.
Striker has 7 horsemen, 9 archers, and 3 scholars, all at home. He's got a blacksmith that is getting 1 ranged attack, and it will still take a while to finish. On the other side, Lenok has 11 horsemen, that's a few more, and 7 spears. So the question is, can those archers take down the spears if the horsemen don't allow it? And then, can Lenok's horsemen kill the archers? And they can do so with a lot less fear, because there's not that big spear deterrent. Lenok accumulates enough resources to age up. He is going to be starting to age up now with the compound of the defender with 8 villagers on it. On the other side, Striker, he's nowhere near
Big
being
engagement
able
in the
to age
center,
up.
though. Spearman now getting closer. Horsemen in the stealth forest, and felt like the archers couldn't really find the kill here. So many archers going down, and that makes the spearmen of Lenok so strong again.
Yeah, try to shoot down those spears. Like, now it's a bit easier, but when they all group up, are you going to shoot the right target? That requires precision. Pushing horsemen spears into the other with a move does not require precision. And I think as much as you think your micro may be worth singing psalms about, I think there's something to be said for playing the easier army composition of horsemen spears. Lenok takes the W, 3-1 victory. Striker, confident in his Delhi in general. He's kind of known for it. He's kind of said, like, yeah, I've got a Delhi Smurf with 90+% win rate. It felt like nothing into Lenok. Bit of a weird opener by Lenok with that 1 archer. Was it a trick? Was it a mind game? Has he had positive enemy responses after that one? Efficiency would say blacksmith into horseman into spears. But maybe because you're playing against a player and not against an AI, just trying to hone the most efficient process of things, maybe Lenok threw him a curveball there, and that's half the game really at this level.